All right, and we are live.
Hey guys, welcome to the Best Damn Gaming Podcast, episode 11, 11 weeks in. We got HawkSlayer with us this week, Jason and myself once again. This week we're going to be talking about a couple different topics, some game development, some of the Xbox news, a few different things. What do you guys want to jump into to start off with? We could jump in and talk about the esports Olympics that nobody has even heard about.
I,
Just because.
I remember
That
hearing that it
confused
was
me.
here, but I mean, from what I saw, it just like it was one of the stupidest freaking things I've ever seen.
Yeah, so the thing is they don't want to be using any of the normal esports games because it doesn't follow their guidelines. So then they only do sports simulating games. Um,
I'm looking at them. Oh my god.
so yeah, it comes down to cycling, archery, sailing, and dance, which all
Okay.
things that us gamers are not good at. So, you know, kind of seems a little odd, but especially to attach to esports
Well,
title to it.
the,
I don't know.
the, they're doing like shooting target practice in Fortnite. What? What the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't. I have absolutely no idea what they were thinking
What?
about when they. I
The
mean,
cycling makes sense. The Swift, whatever they use. I've seen a video of that game. I wanted one of those. They're basically you riding a bicycle, but you're actually what you're watching on screen is other bikers and racing against them. It's kind of like a game in a sense, but you're using an actual bicycle to
yeah,
pedal.
it's just when we think about esports, it's not really the first top
Oh
game
no,
we think
definitely
about.
not.
Oh, okay. He got some video footage of the
This
Olympics.
is a game called I guess it's called Tic Tac Bow. It's
The
what
thing
they're
is
it's what they're
we,
using for archery, I guess. Let me get to actual. Here
we
we
had
go.
our own Olympics already for esports, which was called the World Cyber Games. So it's weird to see like someone try to take their place after they like don't exist anymore. So and how well WCG made things, it's odd to have this, at least just for me. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna
Is that
do.
a mobile game?
Yes, it's a mobile game.
Oh no.
That's what I believe. I heard that's what a lot of these are. Is that are mobile.
It's looking at a cell phone.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
they're both on cell phones.
damn! I got a text message right when I was about to shoot the shot.
that's insane.
I'm not really.
So essentially, they're playing tic tac toe
Yeah.
with archery.
This is hard to watch, to be honest. How do you put this as an esports series game? Really? I
This
mean,
is esports.
And
but the thing is we got to admit that like I guess a lot of people play games on phones
Mobile.
these days.
Right.
Yeah.
okay, so if you get a better score than what the other person's got, you can take over that space, which is
Okay, and
interesting.
there's like wind and everything as
Yeah,
well.
they have to equate for wind. They have to do all that.
Wait, what about accuracy? What was that? There's a bar that's going around the scope. Okay, you have a
It's
timer as well.
yeah. There's a timer up there at the top too.
Target is moving as well. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so this is actually
And see, you
pretty,
have to
pretty tough.
if you get a better score than the other person, then you can win that square or the square back or whatever.
Okay, I might be knocking it, but it does kind of seem have definitely a competitive aspect to it. The only thing
Yeah,
is just being on a phone is a little odd to me, but I mean, especially in this day and age, like we have, tablets that are touch and all that.
I mean,
All right.
Is it just me or
Criminal
like,
tablet.
let's see
yeah,
how many.
like what you play on this little 6-inch phone when you have, massive tablets that you could be.
And I mean, you're the Olympics channel, and you're getting 16,000 views on something. That's probably not exactly what they're going for.
Yeah, well, it's probably why they can't afford the tablets for the players.
They're trying to,
bring your own fucking phone.
yeah, I mean, that's, ooh.
BYOP.
They're trying to, bring in the younger audience, and, these games aren't, unfortunately, not going to do it. That's just not how that's going to work.
I even see like a kid getting frustrated, you know, things moving, there's wind to equate for and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I did see this, which I think is probably even weirder, to be honest. But here, I'm curious.
What is this gonna be? What?
Fortnite. Okay.
Shooting X Fortnite. So I want to say I haven't watched this yet, so I'm not sure what exactly is going on. But they must be having to do some sort of
1v1 or
no. I'm
a
assuming
time
they're
trial.
running through a course of some sort that someone built in Fortnite.
Oh jeez. Went from the days of the CGS and WCG, SWC, and we see things like this. Strange.
You're trying to complicate competitive gaming a little too much.
It's just because they're trying to basically stick to their standards of like, you know, no violent games, no yada yada. But this is a violent game. You kill other people in the game. How is it different than CS?
And I mean,
You're shooting targets?
Shooting targets, yeah.
dude's just using a shotgun too, so it's like, what?
Yeah. Why is he not shooting all the targets?
That I'm not sure either. There must be something more.
This is esports. That's what I
And
see.
then you got to build for some reason to get up. Yeah, no, this doesn't.
No.
This doesn't equate to any of this. What?
This.
I'm very confused.
What the hell is this?
This is what I think about when I hear esports.
Well, this is like muscle memory, I guess. I mean, but like every Counter-Strike player who's ever played, is, you know, competitive has done muscle memory maps and stuff.
But then you got to unbuild now and redo floors and what?
What?
How do they equate this to being, you know, supposed to be competitive shooting?
Because this just comes down to habit, right? You can run this all day long, and then, you know, you get the perfect pattern of exactly how you're gonna be doing it. I mean, esports is a little bit more random, right? It has to be competitive, and in some kind of way, this is just memorizing. I guess it does come down to a time trial type thing. I get it, but I mean, it's a way to stay into the regulations that they want to stay into, but I mean, it's a start, I guess. Not to bash, I guess, you know, at least the Olympics has picked up, you know, esports.
It's true.
Maybe in the future they might change their minds. Oh, he's whiffing quite a bit now. As soon as it came to the skill part of shooting something long range, though, and that wasn't like a massive blob in front of him, he whiffed.
Yeah, he whiffed pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that does not. I knew it was gonna be bad, but I guess I didn't realize that it was going to be that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a C minus. They have some improving to do, I think, but you know.
It's
Like I just said, it's a start.
it's an interesting place to start. I can agree with
Yeah.
that.
It's just the only thing that, like I said previously, it's just is boring because there's leagues that have existed previously that don't exist now, but that were
Yeah.
really amazing leagues compared to this, which we've already seen like in the past. So for me, it kind of feels like I'm going backwards, instead of going forward. But
Yeah, I mean unfortunately that's a lot of gaming right now. There's no new innovation. It's all we're getting a bunch of remasters. We're getting, people are just doing the same old thing, just prettying it up.
but some remasters are pretty good, like the Battle Bit that we were talking about last week, and that we're all playing and stuff like that. Battle Bit is really awesome.
BattleBit
The
is
specific reason why it's so good is that it can run on, so many people, some people don't have the best PCs or something like that. I think the numbers are going to go through the roof for BattleBit slowly but surely, especially if they can pull like a Counter-Strike where they can kind of like charge people $15 or whatever to start, and then afterwards maybe go to free to play or some sort, and then kind of like just work more on like in-game store type things, or skins or something like that. How CS did it, I don't know, but it'd be kind of cool. The only thing is they'd have to, I don't know what kind of anti-cheat, if they're using like a Valve anti-cheat or whatever to.
They're using easy anti-cheat, which is like the standard low.
Yeah, low budget.
No, low budget multiplayer anti-cheat.
Yeah, so that's something maybe eventually, if they start noticing it becomes a problem.
I want to say Warzone started out with easy anti-cheat, and then they brought in their own.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, most games that's what happens, right? So they might have to get the sales and whatnot for BattleBit to then, start growing the game. But there's already quite a bit too. I mean, the amount of maps, the amount of, the helicopters, vehicles, Hummers, all that.
There's a
all
lot of
guns.
content.
there is.
For a
There's
game
quite
that's
a bit.
$15 is pretty crazy. And I really like this, like, kind of more like retro, like not crazy graphics type thing. Just enjoy the gameplay and don't
Simple and to the point.
I'm a big player like that. Like I like I'm somebody that plays more for the gameplay and everything than the graphics. It's not something I really like concentrate on a bunch. But
I love me some good graphics though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why I play a lot of the games I play on my giant OLED TV back there with my Series X. Because it plays it makes it look better than right now what I'm running.
Aaron is in the chat. No HawkSlayer face cam. He's right.
I don't even know where it is, so can't do it. Just gotta look at my logo.
There it is. Yep. Just look at the logo.
Beautiful.
We could jump into one of the other topics. 6 days in Fallujah. Do you want to talk about that?
We can talk about 6 days in Fallujah. I've finally gotten a chance to play some.
And this is another remastered game, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's just a game that never actually made it out when they announced, because they announced it.
A long time ago they announced it.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, this is probably a funny. This is probably a more funny-esque video that we did, because they have. I saw a YouTuber by the name of Stone Mountain, who I think is pretty well known on Facebook gaming. So
this is just running like is it a big multiplayer game? Like
nah, it's a co-op. It's a co-op shooter essentially.
Oh, I like that. So you can get like 4 of your, you and 3 buddies and
Yep.
run
Go
through it.
like missions and stuff.
Yep. That's pretty much. Oh.
There's a game called like Red Point or something. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it makes me think of that game. So,
Whoa. Wow, these guys got fucked up pretty quick.
Oh, you guys limping away and everything.
Yeah. But it's like
not immediately. I've seen videos of that.
Yeah, it's like ultra realism. Um, and it's like they even went to the trouble of talking with soldiers and getting info from the soldiers who were actually in this battle
Yeah.
and part of
Oh,
this
okay.
crew as part of it. So, but it's just supposed to be this co-op, ultra realism co-op.
The character models and the way they move is just hilarious.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't. They definitely did not spend a lot of time on the character models, and you can tell that. The character models look almost like old Call of Duty, like Call of Duty 2, 3 character models.
But you know, if you're looking for a game to play with some buddies and you want to go through, you know, some gameplay together,
But
this
How
the
much is
fun,
it?
pretty fun.
it is $39.99.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Fast.
well, the thing is I don't buy my games on Steam there. I go on G2A. I think it's like 30%
Yeah.
off on G2A. It's like $29 or something. But still.
Okay.
Um, no,
Expensive.
depends.
And
I mean,
right,
the one
I mean,
thing I
it's
like to do
in
with
early
Steam-
access right now too. So
The one thing, but the thing is games, you know, they drop in price when they see that certain people, you know, don't purchase it right away or something like that. So
yeah, I mean, but I did get a chance to play this. I just played like a single player mission with a bunch of AI, but man, it was a pretty quick. I did. I got fucked up pretty quick. I mean, it was.
oh yeah, you got
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was pretty. It was.
Immediate.
Yeah. So.
like these guys right here. Just, I got blown up. Yeah,
But-
I mean, it seems like something fun, but yeah, definitely wait for the price to go down. But most games, that's what happens. Right?
I mean
So-
that's what I would recommend too, and I'm one who bought it for the $39.99. But I would also recommend to wait for the price to go down because it is probably not worth it at this time.
Oh, we got Dylan in the chat. Let's go. No, use the cutie. You guys want to try talking about Trepang? Trepang? Is that what you guys were talking about?
Trepang. too.
Trepang, what is that? Okay, it's
So
this
jumping
one.
into like another game that's a war game. This one seemed a lot more interesting to me.
Not really war, more like death and destruction.
Oh
It-
yeah.
Gore.
It's just like Doom, but not as good graphics.
If you've played Fear, you would the gameplay.
Well, yeah, I
style
mean,
kind of
it does kind of style like Fear. I can
like
agree
the
with
original
that.
Fear 1. I think it's more so
I had so much fun.
slow mo. Oh yeah, Fear was
Yeah, see, this just
classic.
Jason's cute, also, I guess. That was too funny.
this just isn't my sort of cup of tea. I would say.
I would play the crap out of this game.
Yeah, no, it's
The
just not.
slow-mo, yeah,
Yeah, no, it's just not my thing.
I need it.
Wait. Usually changes people's opinion depending on the price point. What's the price point of this thing?
That is a good question.
30,
Is it
$49.99.
$29.99?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Overwhelmingly positive on the reviews.
Well, so was 6 Days in Fallujah, so that doesn't mean shit for price. You
It's
all
just-
said that was still overpriced.
It is,
Yeah,
but it's not Trepang 2.
Let me look.
If I wanted
Actually,
to play,
6 Days in Fallujah is only very positive. Not overwhelmingly.
oh, shut the hell
I
up!
had to check. I had to check.
You've been fact checked. But I mean, this game does seem.
I mean, this doesn't. They just showed some Fear gameplay from
Like, look at that slow mo.
from 2005, and the graphics don't look any better.
Oh yeah.
I would actually say this looks worse than the old Fear game does.
I would still play it.
I just like the movement. I feel like.
Yeah.
No, I don't like
It's pretty
all the. It looks like too much slowing down. Knock
It
it
seems
the
like
hell
if it was
off.
It's not enough.
It seems like it was cheaper. I'd buy it.
It seems like just like too much slowing down. Just
It seems like one of the games that I would, you know, buy on Steam. Then after that, I would refund it at the end of the night, you know, just so I could play it. I mean, am I the only one that does that? Or...
No, I did that
I think we're talking with the champ on that one.
I did that with Battle Pit, not gonna lie.
That's what you said you were gonna do. You said you were gonna do
Yep.
that with Battle Bit.
Yep, when I did. But that's because I suck and, just want my money back.
Oh, okay, you really did enjoy it, Battle Bit.
Yeah. Wasn't had server issues at first and then gave it 5 minutes and that was it. But
Okay.
this I needed.
This is more of your...
Yes.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, Battle Bit's not for everybody also, it's like kind of like Battlefield as well.
Every game is not for everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
there's...
One game that that's coming up here that we're about to talk about is fucking really pretty, and I thought the gameplay was really nice, was that Remnant game.
We're on to that, are we? Alrighty.
I,
Let me...
If you haven't played Remnant from the Ashes, you should probably play that first. It's the first version of this.
Oh, really? I was looking at
Yes.
just the gameplay and, like, just the lore of the game, and, like, it looks really cool. I mean, this is... I don't know if it is a co-op game or not. I have to look it up.
The first one was... I'm mistaken. Could be wrong. Probably wrong.
This has
It was
like
single
a...
player. That was an online co-op. Okay, this one...
This has like a Dark Souls-esque vibe to
Yes.
it.
Yes.
See, the only thing is if you guys did not like price points, you are not gonna like the price point.
This is a full...
This game isn't released yet, though. It's been released July
It's not
25th.
too bad. It's only $50.
Yeah, it's $50. Yeah, if you go on G2.
Globally, it's like 70 nowadays.
Yeah, so
Good game.
$50 not too bad. It just depends on the content.
I don't know why people don't understand that shouldn't be surprising to anyone that we're up to a $70 price point for a game.
Yep.
You understand how much they spend to make these fucking games? Multi-millions of dollars to make half of these
Yeah.
games, and people are bitching and complaining about a $70 price point.
That's why I don't complain about it anymore.
Yeah, but, people just have to pick the games they really want to play. That's all.
That's exactly
Right.
right.
And
Or
I like how Steam has the refund thing.
you get Game
Yeah.
Pass and you don't have to worry about it.
That too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. That's right. There's quite talking about well, it's not Game Pass, it's Epic Games, but this week they give they always give away free games.
Yep.
They gave away Hunt of the Wild.
Nice.
Hunting game, not for everybody, but I was pretty fun. I had quite a bit of fun on it. The graphics are pretty nice too. So, I mean, yeah, it all depends if this game comes on Game Pass or not. But if it is on Steam, I mean, a $50 price point's not too bad. It's an online co-op from what I just looked at, so you could play with
Yeah.
other
I mean,
people.
when's it due to come out?
The 25th of July, so very
Okay.
soon. Exactly a month.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
I'm good. I'll just chill and wait till Starfield comes out. We're all set.
What's the release date of Starfield?
September
5th or 4th.
6th, I think. If you get one of the fancier editions, you can get it on the 1st.
Okay.
So, but I got it on Game Pass, and then I paid for the upgrade to the premium edition, so I get it on the 1st. And only had to pay what did I pay for the upgrade? $30, I think it was. Something like that.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like Remnant 2 is a game that once released will be available on Game Pass. So if people
that's-
want to get it with just Game Pass.
And that's big boy Microsoft throwing their fucking money around, man.
Basically for
About fucking time they do that.
Well, we could talk about the.
Did you hear they announced that they are the price of Game Pass is going up?
well, it
is
makes
it-
sense. I mean, How much?
So PC Game Pass is gonna stay the same. So if you have the
Okay.
PC Game Pass,
That's
that
fine.
stays the same. The Xbox version goes to $10.99. So just
Okay.
I think, what did that put it at $1 more maybe? I think.
that's fine.
and then the Ultimate, which gives you both the the Xbox and the PC, goes to $16.99 from $14.99.
I mean, with all
So
the games they're adding and stuff like that, I don't know. I
Right.
mean, I think it's all right.
I still think it's the best damn deal in gaming, just
Definitely.
in general.
Well,
You can't beat it.
the also they have the EA. I think you can add to it, or is it included with that?
EA is in there as well. Yes.
Oh, dope. Yeah, so it's
You can add the Ubisoft one. That's an extra some nonsense, $15 a month or something like that. You can add Ubisoft Plus, I think it's called.
yeah. I guess if you want like Assassin's Creed or
Yeah, yep.
something of that sort.
Yeah, I mean that's. But yeah, Game Pass, and they're just going more and more into Game Pass, trying to get anything they can pretty much sitting on there.
We can talk a little bit about ESEA though, and their little merger. I guess some of the viewers don't know what ESEA is the Counter-Strike League that's been around for over 10 years.
It's
I
about
think maybe
15
longer.
years, I think. Yeah,
15 years.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be merging with one of the other biggest companies, which is called Faceit. They made the announcement this week. So now, basically, for Counter-Strike, as a lot of people know, we had lost our Counter-Strike team, and now we're in the works on getting another team lined up for Zomblers. The only thing is I think ESEA kind of, in this post, they kind of gave away the Counter-Strike 2 release date because they were talking about August and starting their league when CS2 is released. So I guess that's what it's going to be. In the meantime, the teams they're going to be playing in a preseason circuit for July. Basically, it has a $36,000 prize pool. It's just literally for the prize pool. Top 5 teams make money, but I think it's just like a warm up getting into the other season 46. But I think they're trying to delay it because they're waiting for the Counter-Strike 2 release date, or just the release of it. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, it's quite a big change for a lot of people that have been used to the same league, ESEA, for a long time, for the past 15 years.
Now understand, on the back end, both ESEA and Faceit have been owned by ESL for the last 5 years or so.
Yeah, true.
And so it's not as surprising as, if you think about it that way, as you may think.
Yeah, they've been working probably for a while to get like this merger going.
I think Faceit has the better brand recognition at this point, especially over in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Well, that's one of the biggest things that people were talking about. Europeans were saying, well, cool, ESEA, but ESEA is seen as just a North American league because there was literally no one else playing other than, NA teams. I think I looked at one point the list of European teams. There was barely nobody, and everybody was playing on Faceit. So it's going to be cool for them to merge it. It's just now it's going to be to like merge NA and EU together. We'll see how it works. I mean, Counter-Strike 2 has quite a bit of different
and then
so.
On top of that, ESL is owned by the group that owns pretty much half of esports now, which is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think they own. I want to say they own DreamHack now. I want to say they own the Blast
DreamHack
Premier, I think. Blast.
Blast Premier too.
I want to say the Savvy Gaming Group owned Blast Premier as well.
Okay. But I know like DreamHack has been run by ESL forever, right? So that makes sense. But if it's Blast Premier as well, then that's like literally the biggest leagues, biggest tournaments in all of CS. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the future looks like for CS2 and stuff. I think it's pretty cool that they're going to be merging this stuff together. We'll see.
I'm not surprised. I mean, the problem was ESEA lost a lot of its brand recognition. So, I mean, that's... That's probably the biggest thing is ESEA no longer really had much to their brand anymore.
Good reference though to switch over. Um, Zombler is going to be doing their own tournaments. We have our own tournament website, and
Let's take a look. Give me a second. Let me find that again.
yeah. Took a little while to get it set up, but we have an actual like registration page. You could register. You could actually have like you could add friends through the website. You could private message each other. You can register teams, register your own tournaments. If you'd like. Right now I had locked the tournament creation for any of the users that are going to be registering, just because I don't want people to make like random tournaments and whatnot. So there'll probably be pre-approved tournaments that people can ask for, and then we can post them. Yeah, we'll be doing, some that'll be free, some will have entry fees, some will have just little prize pools. But just a little project that we've been working on for a little while. If you go to the tournament section, you'll see that like we have a tournament up right now that's just an example of what they're going to be looking like, and yeah. I think it's going to be something kind of unique. Jason has a lot of experience in that. When we previously ran another team called Wisefrag, won a game called Battalion 1944, that's the name of it.
Correct.
Jason ran pretty much all of the tournaments at the beginning of the game, and it was really popping off. It was really good. We had a good hold of things, so I think that was one of the things that we were really passionate and good at, and I think that's another thing that we would like to jump back into and start again. So slowly but surely things are in the process, but yeah.
Wait, there's a new skate game coming out?
Oh, what?
Wait, hold on.
At some point.
I didn't hear about that one. No, hold on.
Alright, let's bring this up.
Is it Skate 4? Is that the newest one?
I think it's just going to be called Skate.
Oh, Skate. There's playtest highlights. Let's go. Hold on.
Oh, yes, let's go.
Yeah, it's basically Skate 4, but I think they're calling it Skate. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh!
This. Oh.
This is just like an open world kind of, you can skate anywhere essentially.
At the beginning, the characters looked a little funny to me, to be honest, but...
Oh yeah, no, they look like I think they're purposely kind of low quality, because half of this game looks like it's purposely low quality, like these bright random ramps and everything that...
Yeah.
That is pre-alpha gameplay, so...
Yeah, I know, that's... Oh no, it's pre-alpha.
Yeah, pre-pre.
Pre-alpha.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. It's loading most of the textures.
Yeah, so they haven't loaded most of the textures.
Hopefully that's the case.
That's what we can hope.
That looks fun, though.
But that looks fun. I can say that. And I think the last skateboarding game I played was probably Tony Hawk American Underground, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Back on like the GameCube or whatever the hell it was. So
It's been a little bit. It's been a bit.
yeah, it's been a little bit since I've played anything really having to do with the skateboard.
Yeah. What did it say when the release date was, or?
It did not say.
We don't have, like, an estimate.
Eventually. There was no release date on it, I don't think.
Eventually.
Could be
Eventually.
All right. Well, I know a lot of people are gonna be excited for that. That's gonna be something that's pretty solid. Do you want to talk a little bit about Xbox big Activision Blizzard FTC trial?
Ah, yes. That has been very entertaining to kind of follow, because the FTC have just essentially made a giant joke of themselves.
You want to give people a little rundown on like what's been happening?
Okay.
It's a lot. It's a huge thing.
It is.
Well, we have an article here that explains.
Yeah,
There's a lot in
so
that article.
essentially the trial has started for the FTC versus Microsoft on the Activision Blizzard thing. And I believe it started last Thursday, maybe last Wednesday, something like that. And through it, a lot of different stuff has come out. I mean, Phil Spencer has had to say about 20 different times that yes, Call of Duty will continue to come out on the PlayStation. We're not pulling it away from PlayStation, especially the Call of Duty brand, because the Call of Duty brand kind of thrives over on PlayStation more than anywhere else.
Well, I mean,
so it would make...
You're talking about MLG events and stuff like that. They used to play always on PlayStation.
It would make no sense to pull it out off of PlayStation. And then it came out that the reason Xbox bought Bethesda and their parent company ZeniMax was because Sony was trying to buy Starfield to be PlayStation exclusive, yes.
Yeah.
Just like they did with the games Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop, which both had timed exclusive out on PlayStation. And understand, those came out after Microsoft bought them, and they honored that timed exclusive on PlayStation. So, let's see.
Do you know the specific reason why FTC is trying to block this? Microsoft's purchase. It can't obviously be just because they can't remove Call of Duty from PlayStation.
I believe the original claim was some sort of monopoly on that end.
Oh, yes, okay, because it had to do with the cloud gaming, right?
No, that's not the FTC's argument. That's
okay.
That's the CMA out of the United Kingdom or England. That's their argument. But I believe... I can't even remember what the original complaint was by the FTC, to be honest with you. And I mean, this was kind of a big one that Activision came back to Microsoft for Call of Duty and said that they needed a bigger revenue share, or else they were going to take Call of Duty off the Xbox.
Okay.
So, I mean, and they did announce that the new Indiana Jones game is now going to be Xbox exclusive, which is being made by Machine Games under Bethesda.
It's basically they're stopping them because they just don't want Microsoft to basically...
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, Blizzard games, though, specifically, there's WoW. I mean, some of the biggest games, yeah, true. If you think about it, Diablo 4, WoW, COD, Warzone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the bigger things, too, was an email came out from the PlayStation boss, Jim Ryan, who even said in his email to, I believe it was some of the other upper echelon over at Sony, that he didn't see this as an exclusive play at all. He said it was it was to pretty much, and Microsoft has said this too, this is getting to mobile gaming. That is the main reason for this purchase, is to get into mobile gaming.
Oh, okay.
Because they originally tried
did with the Diablo thing.
Yeah.
Right? They were trying to do the cross-platform. And I think Blizzard is the only ones that have done it so far, where they've done a cross-platform between PC and phone, if I'm not mistaken. That works well. So.
Yeah, and I mean it was because if they buy Activision Blizzard, they get King, who make Candy Crush and all those.
Oh, okay.
Because Activision Blizzard owns them. because it came out that Microsoft originally went after Zynga, Zynga, who are one of the big developers in the mobile market. Zynga, yes.
Oh yes, like Zynga Poker and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Oh,
yeah, of course. That's huge.
Yeah. So, and I mean that's, and Microsoft came out and said that this was the original reason they did it, was to they need to get into the mobile market because the mobile market makes up such a huge majority on gaming revenue.
Well, I mean, we just saw at the beginning of the podcast we were talking about the Olympics for esports, and it's all on
mobile
phones. So
yeah.
I mean,
a lot of phones out there, so that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the and I mean, and essentially for most of it, the FTC has unfortunately not done well in these arguments, and it's been noted by quite a few different like high tier news platforms that the FTC just has not done well.
Yeah, but I don't even know like what kind of arguments they could really construct that really will work. Like, it's a little odd, but
I mean, they went after the fact that Starfield is now Xbox exclusive because originally that was supposed to be cross-plat.
Starfield is gonna be sick though. Oh my god! If
yes,
you miss out
yes,
on
it
PlayStation,
is. Yes.
That's gonna.
It's already been reported that
the
sales
they're
of
hurting themselves too, though. In a
they
way.
are, yes.
So I mean, you can't really be mad at that because like they're missing out on sales.
I mean, the problem is Sony has done this for years. For years,
True.
they've been paying third parties to not put shit on Xbox. Look at Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy for the longest time was never on Xbox.
Exclusive. Yep.
And I think the newest Final Fantasy is still a PlayStation exclusive.
Was a PlayStation exclusive.
That's true. When that first started, yes, it was PlayStation exclusive. I believe until GTA 4, right?
It was 4, yeah.
Yep. Then afterwards,
yeah.
expanded to everything.
GTA 4 was the first one to come to everything.
They all do exclusivity, so.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing new. I completely agree. It's nothing new, which is the weirdest thing of why they're trying to fight this. Like and the whole time, like I've been able to read through some of the actual hearing notes or whatever. They're free somewhere. I can't remember where now, but the whole time they've been going to bat for for Sony, it feels like, and it's just it hasn't just they have not made almost any like valid, credible arguments, and even the judge has had to stop them multiple times and be like, "Hey, this question's been answered 3 or 4 times now. Move on." And that especially happened with the Call of Duty stuff, is the judge essentially finally told one of the FTC lawyers that say, "Hey, we're going to stop that right here. Move on."
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, so it seems like they're a little butthurt in an unprofessional way. They're a little jelly.
Yeah, and
they're probably trying to bring them down like a peg, you know.
And I mean, it wouldn't make sense for Microsoft to bring a lot of that stuff exclusive. New IPs I can see.
And because at the same time, it's hurting them too. So I don't really understand. Like, if they don't add the amount of people who play PlayStation, if they don't make it on PlayStation, I mean, they're hurting themselves at the end of the day too. So.
But at the same time, you gotta look at they're saving money on the back end because they only have to develop for one system instead of 2.
True. Yeah.
That saves money on quality assurance. You know, they don't have to work in for that other development kit.
You think the back ends, the platforms that they use are drastically different between Xbox and PlayStation, like
I
game
I
development?
think they're different enough that it causes quite a bit of extra uh, research and development on the end of the developers. I don't think they're, and I mean, I haven't looked into the actual, like, the full on specs of either of the new consoles, so Series X or PS5. But I believe they're not incredibly different. Both of them, I believe, are using a custom AMD graphics, and they're both doing non-native 4K. They're doing 4K upscaling. I mean, it's in a lot of ways they're the same system, but it's different enough that you have to put time in development to each individual system.
They were actually saying that the reason why Starfield is able to come out when it's coming out now is because it's not being released on PlayStation.
Yeah, yep. Because they didn't have to. They didn't have to spend all that time on development for the PlayStation, and then PlayStation has now come back and said if the Activision deal goes through, that they are not going to be sending their development kits to Activision.
It's childish.
Yeah, yeah. It's very.
It just
Because
sounds like a huge drama fest.
Yes.
Yep. That's essentially what it is. That is essentially what it is. Just a gigantic drama fest.
You're fighting for like these little things, little
Yeah.
exclusivities and whatnot. I mean, but it's because you said it before. Fucking Game Pass is just ridiculous. I mean, it's crazy that you're paying. And the thing is like I'm one of those people that like once I don't play a lot the Game Pass, So if I do find a game that I think that's gonna be interesting and I can play with buddies, well, I just like make a new account. Like for like $5, I get a 3-month trial, and I could just play for 3 months on Game Pass, and then afterwards it just, So I don't know. For me, it's just like super cheap. I mean, I'm paying barely anything, and I'm getting access to a bunch of different games. So there's so many different ways to work around with Steam and Xbox these days and stuff, where you can have games and play them, not really cost you much. Which compared to, it's funny because we complain about games being $30 and whatnot. I remember having go to the stores, like when I playing consoles, the first Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, and still having to buy the games for decently expensive. So I never like realized how many games accumulated that like I bought, how expensive it was. Now these days we got games pretty much gifted to us, or like BattleBit, which was $15. Um, I mean, I feel like we're really lucky these days, and they're always. It's not like it stays stagnant. It's not like it's always like the same games. They never add. Like there's always new things being added. Recently, I had seen one of our. I don't know exactly who it was. One of our content creators playing Amnesia: The Bunker, that new one that came out. It's a new game that just released on Game Pass.
Yep.
That little horror game and stuff like that. It actually looked pretty fun. So I mean,
Wait, hold on. You said it's on Game Pass? It's on
yeah.
Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass, correct?
If I'm not
Okay,
mistaken,
downloading it now.
I saw it on Game Pass. I don't know if I'm lying, but I'm pretty sure I saw it on Game Pass the other day.
Alright.
I'm not sure. I think it's just a single player game like most Amnesias, but yeah, still it's a fun game to go
It is
through.
on
And I
Game
mean,
Pass?
what's $25 or something, $30, the value of it. So
Yep. I didn't know. Downloading it now. Thank you.
yeah, I mean, see,
The
that's
crap.
all like little things. See, these little things like that in Game Pass to just add something and boom, could spend 10 hours doing that. They've added a few different games, I think, recently to Game Pass, so check all those different games out. I mean, I think we went through most of the topics that we had. Do you want to talk about anything else?
I don't know. You got anything, Hawk?
No.
All right,
Yeah, I think we got through everything we wanted to.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe next week we can get Aaron and Dylan on again. We'll see.
yeah, we'll
They
start
were in the
trying
chat.
to We can try to incorporate some new people too if we can. I know we got a bunch of our crew that wants to come take part, so we just got to work on scheduling and stuff like that. So
Yeah, well, so thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next week on Monday, and yeah, keep
See
trucking.
ya.